So in the previous class we had discussed about the sexual reproduction. So now we will discuss about fruits and seed formation. So the fertilized egg or the zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovule. So the fertilized egg is also known as zygote. Fertilized egg is known as zygote. It divides several times to form an embryo within the ovule. The ovule develops a tough coat around it and is gradually converted into seed. So ovule that is containing a tough coat around it, that is converted into seed which contains a baby plant. So the ovules converted to seed which contains the baby plant. In fact, all the eggs in the ovules present in the ovary of a flower get fertilized by male gametes from pollen grains to grow and become seeds. So all the ovules which is present in the ovary of a flower, that is converted to seeds. And the ovary of a flower develops and becomes a fruit. The other parts of flowers such as sepals, petals, stamen and stigma style, they dry up and fall off. The ovary left behind. So at a place on a plant where we had flower originally, we now have a fruit. So a fruit protects the seeds. Some fruits are soft, sweet and juicy like mangoes and oranges, but some fruits are hard, dry and woody such as peanuts and almonds. So ovary that is converted to fruit, and the other parts like sepals, petals, stamen, stigma, style, all these parts of flower dry up and fall off. Only the ovary left behind and converted to fruit. So a seed is the reproductive unit of a plant. The reproductive unit of a plant is seed, which can be used to grow a new plant. So the seed contains baby plant, that is embryo, the food for the baby plant. So the part of baby plant in seed which develops into shoot, that is known as plumule, and the part that develops into root, that is known as radicle. So seed contains baby plant and food for the baby plant. A seed contains the baby plant and food for the baby plant. The baby plant, the part of baby plant also has two parts. So this indicates that baby plant also has two parts. The part that develops into shoot is plumule and that develops into root is radicle. So a baby plant that has two parts. In seed that develops into two parts, that is the part which is developed into shoot, that is called plumule, and the part which is develops into root, that is called radicle. So the part of seed which contains stored food for a baby plant, that is known as cotyledon. Cotyledon contains the stored food. It contains the stored food for the baby plant, that is known as cotyledon. The wheat grains, gram, then corn, peas and beans, these all are seeds. The baby plant present inside a seed is inactive state. So that time these are in the inactive or dormant state. When the seed gets suitable conditions like water, air, warmth, that time it starts germinating and a new plant grows out of the seed. So in this way the parent plant reproduces more plants like itself by forming seeds through flowers. So the seed which we are getting as gram, corn, peas, beans, these are all seeds. These are all inactive state. These are all in inactive state or in dormant state. When they will get the suitable conditions like water, air, temperature, suitable temperature, they will start germinating, and that time only a new plant grows out of the seed. When they are not getting suitable conditions, they are in inactive or dormant state. So next is seed dispersal. So if all the seeds were to germinate near the mother plant, the new plant shall not get adequate sources of sunlight, air and other nutrients. So proper growth of the new plant, it is necessary that they develop away from the mother plant. So there should be proper distance between the plants. They should develop away from the mother plants. So the process of spreading seeds to different place, that is known as dispersal of seeds, and many agents of seeds dispersal assist the plants in this process. So it is necessary that the seed spreads far and wide so that they will be developing away from the mother plant, and the process of spreading of seeds to different places, that is known as dispersal of seeds, and many agents are there that are taking place in seed, they are taking part in seed dispersal. Like first of all, first agent is dispersal by wind. The first is dispersal by wind. Seeds of some plants are lightweight and some hair-like, wing-like structures are present on them. So such seeds are very lightweight. They float on air and are thus dispersed by the wind. For example, maple, dum streak, dandelion. So these are very lightweight and they are floating on air. So these are dispersed by wind. Next is dispersed by water. Some are there they can float on water. So dispersal of water takes place when some aquatic plants in which some grow near a water body. So seeds of water lily float and thus dispersed by water. Coconut seed also has a tough fibrous covering which has plenty of air inside. So this helps the coconut seeds to float on water. So some are there which are dispersed by wind, some are there some aquatic plants which are dispersed by water because they are able to float on water, like seeds of water lily float on water, coconut seeds float on water. Then dispersal by animals. Some seeds have spine like structures on them, so they get stuck to the fur of animals and this gut they are getting spread to different places like beggar tick, xanthium, urina. So these are the some examples of this seed dispersal. These are taken by the animals. Some seeds are swallowed by birds and animals along with the fruits. These seeds get dispersed with bird or animal droppings. So animals or birds are also taking part in this seed dispersal. They are also an important agent in the seed dispersal because some seeds have spine like structures on them, so they get stuck to the fur of animals and thus get spread to different places. So next is dispersal by bursting. Some fruits burst open when they mature. The force of bursting is enough to spread the seeds like ladyfinger, castor, balsam. So these are bursting. These fruits burst open when they mature and the force of bursting is very enough for them to spread the seeds like ladyfinger, castor. These seeds are spreaded by bursting. Next is our dispersal by humans. Dispersal by humans. Human beings help in dispersal of seeds, especially during farming. During farming, we are scattering the seeds, or we are sowing the seeds at a proper distance and proper depth. So this is also a kind of seed dispersal which is done by humans. So they help in dispersal of seeds, especially during the farming. So this is all about the fruit and seed formation and seed dispersal. You read it. In the next class I will give you question answer, write them and learn them.